Hi, Dr. Phil. I need your help very dramatically. The point is, I have a major disability. It was done at the University of Loma Linda. I have a physiological evaluation for University of Loma Linda that I have a major disability. I'm going almost out of bounds here, but the point here is that I got hurt. I'm an injured worker, and I've been discriminated and abused by the system. I'm not being met my accommodations. The problem here is that I had a lawyer named O'Shawn O'Keefe, and this lawyer, I told him that I had a major disability, and I told him that I gave it in this medical evaluation, explaining to him very clearly that I need to be accommodated. And what happened is he takes my medical evaluation report and hands it to the opposite attorney, which is Karen. And she goes ahead and knows and takes that medical evaluation, and she prepares a deposition. A week prior to the deposition, she knows that I have a major disability, and how can she take advantage of me? Well, what I find out that this deposition was done fraudulently. By what I mean by fraud is I should be accommodated under the ADA. Well, this lawyer working for the insurance company knows that I have a major disability, and by not accommodating me is taking advantage of me, and not also that, they committing fraud. That's how they can also disclaim an injured worker by by using their words and challenging and abusing the disabled rights on my side. But what I'm trying to tell you here is very important, Dr. Phil, because I've been so mentally abused and mistreated and discriminated that I can't believe how people do this, like lawyers, and the court system is so bad that I went to my first hearing last year, and I asked for accommodation, and they refused. I have to make it clear to them, because I said, if you don't do so, I'm going to sue you. But I get my point across. They accommodated me to their meds. I have an Intel reader, as you see, that I can read, and it reads for me. And I have an Intel a LifeCry pen that I can record because I have a short-term memory. The problem here is that people who knows that I have a disability, like lawyers, take advantage of that and abuse my disabled rights. Judges are not stepping up. The judges, they're not doing their job. You know what I mean? Like Mr. Richard, the judge. The point here is that he knows that I have a major disability. They all know that this deposition is going to be used against me. Even know that he's a judge, and I was told by ADA lawyer that deposition is a fraud. Why? Because I was not accommodated. I don't know how to explain it. How can I explain this? But it's so simple. But the point across here is that insurance companies are defrauding the state. By doing so, and the judges are not doing their job, what happens? Well, I'm going to give you an example over here. Mr. Angel Carrasco here is, guess what? On Medi-Cal. Why? And I also collecting food stamps. You know why? Because they deny me, right? And all these hundreds of thousands of dollars, or maybe 700,000, or maybe I don't know how much, but they're going to pay for my injured worker, right? Now the state is going to pay for that. The Medi-Cal is going to pay for that. Why? Because insurance company defraud the system, take advantage of disabled people like me and other people. And by doing so, guess what? Who gets to pay for everything? Us, everybody. The state gets to pay for everything. While insurance companies are defrauding the state of California, and the state of California is going on bankrupt, completely bankrupt, guess what? Mr. Jerry Brown is trying to figure out with his head what's going on, right? Mr. Jerry Brown, why don't you look at the statistics of injured workers in the state of California? Why are we broke? 20 seconds. Okay, so guess why? Why? Well, I'll tell you my next episode why. Okay? I'll tell you why.